Not sure, but I want to paint at the moment. Been out on a bike ride this morning. Fabulous day in southeast London. Really glorious. It's now warm. It started off a bit cold, but us old men, we've been out on our bikes along the Wandle, as we do every Tuesday, those that can make it. But I'm not sure. Sky. But before I do, I'll just show the palette I've got here. I sometimes forget to do this. So we'll start with lemon yellow. Let's put it up there. Can you see that? Put it there. Right, lemon yellow, orange, alizarin. I don't use a lot of alizarin in this. Cadmium red, ultramarine, burnt sienna, burnt umber, black. I've got some light green there and some viridian. The lemon yellow also used the cadmium yellow or mid yellow. So I've primed this piece of Saunders 200. One of my paintings on this side and one of David Dickinson is on the other side. Neither were exhibition quality, to say the least. So I've just primed this side with some burnt sienna and diluted with PVA glue, and I put a thin coat of the same on the back. That waterproofs it. It's probably still a bit damp inside, and I dry it with the hairdryer. And it's got a nice surface, and you don't have to prime your paper. If it's heavy enough, you can go straight in with your paints, and that will be the primer anyway. But if you seal both sides with PVA glue, it doesn't buckle more than it has buckled already. But mostly that's flat. So we'll start. I'll use this 1.5" brush. I haven't used that very much, so we'll use this varnish brush. Really good quality. And I'll rough in a sky, I think, or shall I rough in a landscape? Well, let's rough in a landscape. Bit of black, bit of yellow. I'm often asked if I would show the palette, but this palette is quite large, and the answer is no. It's too difficult for me to do with one camera and a large palette. So I'm just going to paint just sort of a meadowy sort of scene. Red, yellow, black. Try to make the sides a bit different, otherwise we're going to end up with symmetry. I can put a bit of the River Wandle in just to show it's there. So let's just get that in. I'll go to the bluey sky. Let's just put that in there. And then going into the background there. Okay, that's okay. That's the start of it. So we'll show some rough ground on this side here. So, I mentioned yellow ochre. I use yellow ochre as well, of course. I've got a big tube of that, and I should have dubbed it out. Here we are. Getting a bit low on that. I'm running my palette down. I'm doing an acrylic demonstration at a friend's art group on Thursday evening, and I want to use a new membrane, a clean membrane. At least start the way I mean to go on. A bit of burnt sienna in with that ochre. This is only an impression. Right, let's do a bit of sky. I'll use that big brush, but it's got a lot of paint in it now, so I need to clean it out. I don't want that sullying my sky. Now, I'm going to use a bit of black, I think, with the blue to give the darkest part of the sky. Always is a good mix. going to spray this. Spray is not a really good spray. It sprays droplets rather than a spray. Right, let's just get that. Get this dark. Okay, now we're going with the sky. It's a big cloud coming down here. But getting lighter as we come down to the horizon. Take it over the painted background. Clean the brush. Okay, put some blue here and there. Then we'll have the blue sky, blue blacky sky. Lovely stuff. Then as that dries I can sort of modify it a little bit. Got that blue black. In here, it's dark, it's the darkest bit. Okay, right, let that dry for a little bit. I'll go back into the foreground and get some yellow and yellow ochre and a bit of stuff. I'll put a bit of black in that. Blacky green. Right, really dark green now, plenty of black, bit of the bank, we saw a family of mallards in the Wandle this morning with 13 chicks. Now whether they've raided another mallard's nest I don't know. But they were looking very pleased with themselves, so let's just get that in there. Okay. Let's get some light on the horizon now. I'm still using this 1.5" brush. I'm a great believer in using the largest brush you can get away with. So instead of working from small brushes to large, work from big brushes to small. The final detail. Right, let's do light blue. Coming down to the horizon. Just keeping things simple, really. Oh, we're in the wrong place. Do we care? No. And I can paint back up into that. A bit of blend in there. Right, get this. Clouds are never white, there's always a bit of colour in them. But I'm keeping the colours sort of very, very simple. More blue in there. I don't use a lot of cobalt blue, mainly because I can't buy it in a cheap big tube from Wilkinson's. And I do like ultramarine, my sort of colour. Okay, this is coming on. see the grain in the paper now. So that's a good billowing sky there. Right, that's a really good light. Almost a whitey blue now. Just that little bit of low cloud coming up on the horizon there. Right, we'll let that go for a minute. Let's put in some colour in the river here. And I can drag in some reflection of those colours above in a minute. Right, we'll just develop that foreground a bit. How are we doing? That's pretty right. I've been looking at a series of films made by Naglero, a Portuguese artist who's living in the wilds in Sweden, and he's made a series of documentaries. He's a bit of a bushman like Ray Me is, that I know of, loves the outdoor life, and is spending months in this forest in Sweden. He lives nearby, but does travel home every couple of weeks, have a bath and beard trim, haircut, and so on, and occasionally does a bit of acrylic painting. But mostly it's about living, and I love it, I really love it. Naglero, so it's just one recommended on one of my what to watch next. And I've been really taken by this guy. Oh, there's a bit of sun coming down here, shining through here. Over this on the bank, catching the light there. Right, I'm going to just clean the brush again. I'll just reinstate that background. You can't fiddle and fuss with a great big brush, can you? Right, let's have a bit of black, a bit of blue, and a bit of yellow. See what we end up with. I'm using any red yet. Right, okay. Let's get these trees in. I'll put some light green on to show the spring. I won't show the housing estates and the factories along here. A bit of red in there. And I know on the right bank here there's some big willows. I'm not going to put them in as big. I'm quite happy just doing this. Now I can just put in a bit of white in with that, just to give a bit of distance to some of these further back. Right, okay. Now I've got some warmer greens now in there. So a bit of red. Could use orange, just to show just a bit of spring green on some of this trees all coming out now. Just drag that over there a little bit. A bit of white in there, I think. It is a spring painting. I'll put some darks in there, I think, just a bit of black, a bit of red. got so much red on my palette, it squeezed out a bit too quick. Right, let's just get that in there, just warm it up a little bit. So I just want to use it up before I throw the membrane away. Got that bit dark in there. So there we are. Now, take that down there. Okay. I'll just drag that dark round a bit. Round here. Let's get some red. Right, there's a lot of colour in this one. Apart from the sky, but I don't got a hair. Brush hair sticking in there, so I'll just remove it. Okay. Oh, it's all fossilised. Oops. Got it. Oh, I've got most of it. Oh, we've got back to my that brush. Right, I think we've just about done. I think that let's just get rid of some of that. Over there. Right, okay, so we've got an impression, we've got lots of light in these clouds here, and these trees. There's just a bit more on those trees. I've run out of black, so I'm going to have to put just a little bit of black on there. There's black, yeah, ivory black. Most of my colours that I'm using are in these 200ml tubes, good quantity, from Wilkinson's. At the moment they're £1.50 a time, so you can't get better value than that, and they are good paints. Nice and mixed bit of, it looks like burnt umber, but it's not. This will cycle along here, and you've got these bigger trees up here, but I don't want to go too mad with them. It's the low horizons I like. A little bit more here. Let's just enhance this. And a bit of light yellow. Just catching. Okay, that'll do. I'm not displeased with that. I'll put it in the mouth and we'll take my glove off and have a look. That's all I'm doing today. I've been a bit busy since last Friday, and last night we had the pleasure of being at the London Palladium for a recording of the Palladium shows, the variety shows, which you apply for the tickets online. And if you're lucky enough, you get a couple. It's all free. And it's lovely. It's near Leicester Square, Oxford Circus. Go away. Right, mount. I'm not going to answer the phone. If it's important, I can leave a message. I like doing these impressionist paintings, these quick ones. Oh, blood. Oh, drat. Saying the train. Alright. Well, it looks like quite a bright painting, doesn't it? I'll sign it before I put the lid on. I think it's quite difficult signing on rough paper, but I'll do it in blacky red. Alright. No, it's not catching. It's funny that. Be easier to do it in ink, I think, with a biro or something. Always clean your brushes, correct? Because you lose them if you don't. You get paint stuck in where the ferrule meets the bristles, and then the bristle starts to spray. That brush is a lot thinner than it used to be, this rigger. There's lost hairs, but it does other things. Okay, so there we are. This is the River Wandle from the bike ride this morning. Just a memory. It looks nothing like this in reality, but I'm not painting reality, I'm painting abstract. The water looks okay. It's all there, it's a sketch, but I'm reasonably pleased with that. Thanks for watching. See you anon. I'll just leave that showing for a little while, because if I speed it up, it saves me editing in a still photograph at the end of the video. Okay, that'll do. Bye bye.